They say there's a first time for everything. And this November proves it. It's brackets. This is must-see TV and the new NBA Cup. So the question is, who's going to be first to take it? It's in-season tournament time. Nets, Celtics, and Lakers, Suns. Friday on ESPN.
ESPN welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Two teams coming off big wins, and the Chargers' offense looks rejuvenated, while the Jets, thanks to their defense, are eyeing their fourth win in a row.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into the stream. Oh, I'm kind of off center here. Let's get this thing all fucking fixed. How about? There we go. What's up, everybody? I'm freaking exhausted. So I hope you had a good weekend. I almost didn't stream tonight. I didn't feel like it. I also have my roommate here hanging out, just hiding. He's there. I don't know why he's here, but he wants to be, so he's welcome. I don't think you are. He thinks he's going to watch some football. I think he's a fucking liar. All right, let's see. Did I put down a bet on this? I thought I did. Shitty NFL weekend for me, but there were some interesting games, so that's good. A lot of teams on buys, I felt like, but maybe that was because the Broncos were on buy particularly. I don't think the Jets and the Chargers is a particularly sexy matchup, but the Jets seem to make all these games interesting, so we'll see. I don't know if any of you guys have money on the game. I'd love to hear if you do. Trying to figure out if I have a bet down. I think I thought about what I would put down, but I never actually put it down. Negative. All right, let's pick something then. Why does this game not exist on my betting app right now? That's super frustrating. There it is. Jets plus 2.5. I don't know. I don't think I can do that. So let's go Chargers. Ooh, it just dropped to minus 3.5. That's all right. Ole 3.5. You just feel like the Chargers are a bomb waiting to explode. And the Jets have made a whole bunch of quarterbacks look really average. They're a very good team. But I don't know. Let's see if Herbert can make them look stupid, you know? Oh, Joe and Troy. Gotta say, they're not my favorite. Troy Aikman sucks balls. Both as a player and as a commentator. Hate him. Normally my roommate is asleep by the time I finish this stream. He's got a new job now, though, which is to not do anything. So he doesn't have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So it's gonna be really weird because he's gonna be awake for this entire stream, which is maybe why he's laying in here yelling things off mic. I don't know. Why is your first pass at Sauce Gardner? Like, are you trying to prove a point? What up, Milk? Man. Interesting pressure they brought, and Herbert was not prepared for it. I just hate the Jets uniforms overall. This might be the most tolerable look they have. But I also I have felt strongly about the yellow pants for the Chargers before. I don't know. I feel like that look is just better with white pants. All right, Zach Wilson kind of confounds me. The dude, like, when you put him into situations where he doesn't have to think about it and just can rip it, he plays really well. And then when he's just a regular down and distance, he overthinks it and sucks. So, I don't know. To me, it's like, dude, can you get out of your own head? Aaron Rodgers is interesting. They definitely have won enough games to make him coming back viable. You know what I mean? Make it a scenario that you could envision in your head, him coming back and trying to the last couple games of the year and trying to win them and get it into the playoffs. Oh, are you going to get a flag on that? Don't throw a flag on that. That was a shot. How about Chargers plus 3.5 or minus 3.5? Let's go. Darius Davis, an 87-yard punt return touchdown. So let's see what the middle looks like. Jets plus 7.5. It's probably not enough when I'm minus 3.5 with the Chargers. Probably want to wait for it to get to double digits. Got to feel good about that if you're the Chargers, though. All right, first commercial break. I'll take it with them, and that way we can turn off the pre-roll. We'll be back in a minute. All right, welcome back, everybody. Talking about the Jets' offensive line and how they can't get a starting five to be the same starting five every freaking week. Which makes it hard to do the football. Nice hole for him, though. After saying all that about the Jets' offensive line, a decent hole for Breece Hall. Incomplete, out of bounds. 3rd and 4. I don't know if Garrett Wilson is one of the most dynamic players in the league. He's pretty good, but third and 4. Don't give the ball right back to the Chargers. You're going to be in trouble if you give the ball right back to the Chargers. Nice run by Breece Hall to pick up that first down. They needed that. Needed that early in this game. Dalvin Cook with a carry. He was so pissy about his role. And it's like, dude, Breece Hall's better than you. What do you want? Oof. Dalvin Cook could have been dead on that play, but the defender controlled himself. Wow. Yeah, let's look at this roughing the passer call. Wow. I feel like, come on. You're saying he had 2 steps before he got there, but, I mean, Jesus. I don't know. Okay. Roughing the passer. Ball! Never recovered it. He never recovered it. This is going to be super interesting. So he slides out of bounds, and he kind of like bats the ball. I don't think he ever possessed it, which would make it Jets' ball. He never recovers it. Show me. Does he knock it out of his hand? Is that what they're saying? I need to see that. All right, Milk. You want to talk about the Bills game first? I know you fucking want to come and troll about the Bills game, so you want me to do that first? I normally do them in order, but if you want me to talk about the Bills game first, I'll talk about the Bills game first. Okay. Bills are playing like dog shit. I've said that for like 4 weeks now. I think they've got a coaching problem. I think they're, by the time next year rolls around, I think they're going to need two new coordinators. And I'm not always a big blame it on the coaching guy, but I think their offensive coordinator has shown that he is incapable of calling a game that is good for Josh Allen. Josh Allen, he's an enigma. Like, he is incredibly talented, and it's the coach's job to find ways to utilize him and don't put him in a position to turn the ball over all the time. And he wasn't doing that. He's not doing that. And so, yes, can you just let Josh Allen be Josh Allen and hope for the best? Sure, but you get 5-4 with that, You're not going to get me riled up, Milk. I know you're just saying shit to say shit. But yeah, it's and then I think McDermott calling the defense. I feel like some of his coaching decisions have suffered as a head coach because of it, and so I think you got to worry about both sides of the ball there. Bengals look good. Joe Burrow did the same thing to the Niners. that he did to the Bills. He looks like he's back. He looks like he can move around a little bit. All good things for the NFL. So, that Bengals defense I don't think is as good as the Bills made them look last night. I think the Bills made mistakes and made that defense look better than they are. But they've held down two pretty good offenses the last couple weeks, so I guess credit where credit is due. I don't know that performance. Like, do you think they should win their division after that? Who are you talking about? Bengals? I think the Bengals are going to be in a dogfight with the Ravens all year. If you're talking about the Bills, same thing. I think they're going to be in a dogfight with the Dolphins all year. Dolphins have yet to beat a team above 500. So, oh no. Chargers almost gave it right back to the Jets. You cannot let a guy's fingertips make you fumble the ball like that. Awful. Jets defense doing things again. Like I said, they've frustrated some of the best quarterbacks in the league, so impressive. I don't know. The Dolphins at least put up a good fight with the Chiefs in a different country too. I only watched the second half of that game. They put up a good fight? Yes, but they also were down 21-0 at one point. So, if you're not going to give the Bills credit for making it 18-24, I don't know that you can give the Dolphins credit for making it 24-17, was it? 14-21? Yeah, I mean, you can either give credit to both of them or say that there's no moral victories in the NFL. Those are your choices. To me, I personally don't care which one you pick. I think the Bengals and Chiefs are two very good football teams. So if you want to put a moral victory on that, then that's fine. I think both of the teams, the Bills and the Dolphins, both have higher aspirations than to say, well, we put up a good fight. You know what I mean? So, in terms of the Bills and the Bengals, Bills were in a rhythm until they went to London. They were great against the Commanders, Raiders, and Dolphins. So do with that what you will. I don't know what the coaches need to do to try to get the fellas back to playing like that, but you better look at those games and figure out what you were doing that was working, because you haven't been doing that the past 3 or 4 games. They've been playing like dog shit. Coaching change is on the table. McDermott changed the culture there, and so he gets a lot of leeway, and it feels like the owner is going to stand by him through thick and thin because he feels like he's earned it, despite the fact that he hasn't won anything. But that being said, I think when you say coach change, I think there's going to maybe be some talks about coordinators. a defensive and an offensive coordinator coming in. You know what I mean? Allen really likes Dorsey, and so that's going to be hard. The GM, owner, and head coach are all going to have to be on the same page and tell Josh Allen this is what is happening. And we'll see how it goes over. But Dorsey's his guy, so it'll be interesting. So Jets were moving the ball last time. Yeah, here's your shot. Nope, it's a screen. Oh, what a hit from Derwin James. God, if Derwin James could just stay healthy, man, he could be such a good player. And that screen had some room, and Derwin James just closed and changed it. You know what I mean? Oh, if this was 1980, that guy would be dead. Xavier Gibson. Good read by Zach Wilson, though. He's got the arm for it to attack that zone like that. That was one of the things that he definitely had coming out. See, and I don't know why the Jets aren't running the ball they're picking up 3 yards every time they run the ball. Jets back in Chargers territory. They've been moving the ball. Oh my God, they fumbled again. Bosa with a strip sack and the recovery. Oh, Jets fans. Oh, man. I've never related more to how the Jets fans feel than I do today. Swat right at his hand. Looked like Von Miller from a few years back as a Bronco. Put your helmet on, Herbert. You need to run some plays. Oof. Got to go put up points if you're the Chargers. Got the ball at the 50-yard line. You now have turned them over twice. 3 times? Twice. You've now turned them over twice, and it's still only 7-0. And you got a punt return. So I think points here are crucial. And that's what this Chiefs defense can, or Chiefs. That's what this Chargers defense can do. People like to take shots at the Chargers defense. For me, they've got killer pass rushers. They've got a good safety. I don't know. There's something there. They can have a decent defense. But Chargers are charging, you know. There you go. Into field goal range for the Chargers. Wow, Eckler was wide open. Blimp shot. I don't know that we need to watch a play from the blimp. Chargers offense feels like it's going downhill a little bit now. Can you convert? Third and 2. Probably boot Herbert here, give him some sort of pass run option. I know you don't want him running, but he's sneaky athletic. And for me, I always love, because you can put defenders in conflict that way, you know? Nope, toss sweep. Oh, he gets there. Does he get in? Touchdown. Oh, but there's a flag. I'm probably going to hit a middle here if this is a touchdown. Face mask, so it's going to stand. Okay. Oh, he might be down at the goal line. So the elbow's down, but where's the ball when the elbow goes down? He stays in bounds till the elbow goes down. So ball's at the half-yard line. Oh, boy. Okay, so I can get 12.5 at even money. Oh, it just came off the board. So what happens? Okay, I got a middle in. Eckler into the end zone for a touchdown. So I got a big fat 10-point middle now. What a weird sequence of events that whole goal line situation was. All right. Next game to talk about, Cowboys and Eagles. Man, the end of that game was just absolutely crazy. I don't think it should have been as close as it was at the end. The Eagles, I don't know. I don't know that I want to bash them too hard. I mean, the Cowboys are a good team. But they had opportunities to take hold of that game. Did not do it. So that was tough. Cowboys, what a way to shoot themselves in the foot at the in their own foot in the foot at the end of the game. In their foot at the end of the game. I don't know. Okay. You get the ball in goal to go, and you take like 2 procedure penalties, a sack, and it comes down to like from the 15-yard line, 14-yard line, something like that. You trying to get into the end zone. I don't know, man. It was just sloppy at the end of that for the Cowboys. And I feel like the Eagles should have put it away way earlier. All that said, Eagles now at least a game and a half up on everybody else in the NFC. Lions are 6-2, but Eagles with only 1 loss, and it sure looks like the NFC is going to go through Philadelphia again this year. So I think that's huge. I mean, I think that's super important is them having those games at home. I think Philly is growing as a team, evolving a little bit. Not quite as dependent on the run as they used to be. You wonder how healthy their defense is and how that's going to look going forward. But if that defense can be healthy, man, you know, they're dangerous. They are a dangerous group. Yes, milk. They can beat the Chiefs, Bills, and the Niners. No problem. No doubt in my mind either. Now, will they is a different question, but can they? Yes, they can. It'll be interesting to see the Dallas game in Dallas, rivalry game, always matters. And I'm not saying that their schedule is easy, but they are 2 full games up on the 49ers. They are a game and a half up on the Detroit Lions. 2 games up on the Seattle Seahawks. 2.5 games up on the Seattle Seahawks. So, There's a lot of cushion there. There is ability for you to lose a game against the Chiefs or the Bills or the Niners and still find your way to the top of the NFC. They're in a great position. They should feel very, very good about where they are right now. Okay, where are we at here? So the Jets have been moving the ball this whole game. You got to just stop turning it over. Oof. I mean, you can say whatever you want, Mo. I'm just telling you how it actually is. I know you're psycho and want to flip out on whatever you want to flip out on, but easily the best team in the NFC right now. Niners, much like the Bills, need to figure out how to put it back together. Lost 3 in a row. Made a nice move at the trade deadline, but they got to figure it out. Lions are a good team. Got pounded by the Ravens. Came back and got a win before their bye. But I don't think they're on the same tier as the Eagles. And I don't think the Seahawks are on the same tier as the Lions or the Niners. So there you go. Eagles are the class of the NFC at the moment. Niners were there for a long time. Nate Hackett. Oh, Wilson got that out. Wow, nice throw. No, you're not. You lost 3 games in a row, Milk. So, you want to take shots at the Bills. Better look in the mirror, man. You weren't even leading the NFC West when you came into the week. So how can you say that you're the class of the NFC? Weren't even leading your division. If I would have said that about the Bills, you would have given me so much shit. Oof. That looked like it hurt. Chargers force a punt again. This thing could get ugly here. It's a bad double move. All right, what's next? Giants, Raiders. Now listen. I said before in the NFL pregame show with Sterls that there is a interim coach bump. When everybody's been miserable and the voices in the building change and people lose their jobs, for some reason it makes a difference. People snap to attention. And in this case, the Raiders were so much happier. Like the players, the team was so much happier. You saw it with their little victory celebration in their locker room. Giants, tough with the 2 quarterbacks going down. You got Tyrod Taylor, who they just put onto IR. Daniel Jones looked like he tore his knee. I don't know if an official word has come out on that. I haven't been plugged in today like I should be. But it looked like an ACL tear. So, Tommy DeVito running your offense. Yikes. It was funny. The Raiders were up like 2 scores, and I said to myself, I should go middle that game. And then I was like, wait. Wait. Tommy DeVito. Wait. Don't do it. So, listen, man, Raiders 4-5. And in an AFC where I think that last playoff spot is going to be a team that's around 500, because I feel like there's going to be a bunch of teams around 500. Raiders are there, man. They're alive. It's crazy, but they're alive. All right. Commercial break for the game. They are going into the quarter break, so we will take the commercial break with them, be back for the second quarter. Okay, welcome back. A couple plays happened in the second quarter. Felt like they had a faster commercial break than they've been having this year, which I would welcome. Shorter commercial breaks. Oh, watch your knee there, buddy. So it's going to be 3rd and 25. Oh, 3rd and 15 only. Wow. Felt like he lost more yards than that on that play. Oh, Well, the Jets defense needed to stop there and was able to get it. If you're the Jets offense, you got to figure out a way to get some points here. Yeah, so Giants, tough situation. I think the Giants are going to have to call somebody like Carson Wentz and see if they can get some decent quarterback play. 6 points. Tough. Raiders put up 30. Always had like decent offensive weapons, and Hurricane McDaniels could not figure out how to use them. So he does it again. He blusters his way into another organization, tears it apart from the inside, and I don't know how he keeps getting jobs, but here we are. Colts and Panthers. Gabs with a win. Didn't watch a ton of that game. Not going to lie to you. But Gardner Minshew continuing to prove that he's just an adequate backup quarterback. You know what I mean? So, you'd love to have seen Anthony Richardson versus Bryce Young. That's a bummer that Richardson wasn't in there. Bryce Young and the Panthers, 13 points. Woof. You know? So 1-7 now, but without their first round pick. Presumably, though, they have their second, third, fourth picking at the top of those rounds. Try to find some starters and fill out that team. Because I don't know if you believe in Bryce Young or not, but what I do know is the rest of that roster isn't very good either. Gonna have to figure it out. What's next? Texans, Bucks. What a game that was. That was fun. Bucks got out to a big lead. C.J. Stroud, dude. C.J. Stroud. If that doesn't motivate you to watch the NFL, I don't know what will. Kid is figuring it out. Ton of fun. God, the Texans. 4-4. In it. You know what I mean? Let's see. What are the playoff standings? What do the playoff standings look like? Yeah, they are right there. Right there at 4-4. The 7th seed is the Bengals, and they're 5-3. So, as of right now, the entire NFC North in the playoffs. That's crazy. All right, Jets, you got to figure out how to put up some points here, man. They were moving the ball really well the first couple of drives. They ended with fumbles, but you could have had a couple drives there that ended in field goals if you would have kept it together. Zach Wilson changed the play twice at the line. Damn, what a crazy set of events there. So Wilson audibles plays twice there and does end up getting a little dump off for 7 yards, but if you audible twice, you want to get something better than a check down. Check down you should be able to get no matter what. Oh! zone. What is going on at the bottom of that pile? It should be the Chargers. The Chargers should come out with this based on where that ball was when they started digging. Oh, the Jets did get it. Yeah, you got to catch that ball. I did this once as a running back. You look where you're going to run instead of watching the ball all the way in. Cost us a touchdown. So not great for the Jets there. Well, you got to feel good if you're the Chargers there. Turnover and you just end up with the ball back on the 25-yard line. It's not a bad place to be. All right. So Bucks Texans. Man, you know, it was funny. When we were talking about that game pregame with Sterls. 37-39 ended up being the final. And I literally said, you have two guys who could throw for 3 touchdowns and 300 yards, or, you know, 1 touchdown and 15 yards. You know what I mean? Like, you just never know what you're going to get from those two quarterbacks. One because he's super young, and the other because he's just a roller coaster ride all the time. So Baker Mayfield, 21 of 30 for 265 yards and 2 touchdowns. C.J. Stroud, 30 of 42 for 470 yards and 5 touchdowns. Oh, what a game. And right down to the end, man. Right down to the end. How awesome was that? That's why you watch football. And that's why you watch every game. You know what I mean? Like, you never know when a game is going to turn out like that, and you got an instant classic between the Bucks and the Texans. You know what I mean? Who would have guessed? But credit to C.J. Stroud. He looks like he's figuring it out, and I love that. That's exciting. Noah Brown, 6 catches, 153 yards. Dalton Schultz, 10 catches, 130 yards. Yikes. Tank Dell, 6 catches, 114 yards. I mean, that's just wild stuff. Good for them. Texans possibly frisky. Certainly fun. All right, so now Jets and Chargers here. I think you got to get a stop here if you're the Jets. God, who started with the football? Who started with the football? Let's go to the box score here. Play-by-play. Okay, Chargers got the ball first. So if you're the Jets, you got to be thinking about double dipping at half, right? Even if it's 2 field goals, you want to close this gap. You do it with doubling up before the half. So there's 10 minutes left in the second right now. You're probably thinking 2 more possessions for. Oof. I mean, if you keep having 3 and outs. So, Jets, I mean, you got to be thinking possession, score, stop them. Whoa. What the hell is that? Oh, man, that was freaked me out. Yeah, with all the things that you have been calling for roughing the passer, interesting that that one didn't get called there. Yeah, I've seen less called too, Troy. Good field position for the Jets. Can they finally make something of it? Bye week teams this week were Broncos, Lions, Niners, and Jaguars. Interesting. Those Jaguars, man, I think there's a team you should be afraid of. All right, what's our next game on here? Ravens, Seahawks. What a dud. Couple weeks in a row, Ravens have gone up against a team that you're like, I think they're pretty good, and then just absolutely pasted them. I think the Cardinals game was actually in between those two, but nonetheless, point stands. Are the Jets a 5 yards in a cloud of dust team? I mean, come on now. They have been running the ball great. Both fumbles lost in Chargers territory. Free 5 yards. Take the shot. There you go. Man, I hate those helmets. Bosa's helmet is what I'm looking at. And it's got that, like, cap on it. Now, listen, if it helps with concussions, which I'm sure is the reason that he has it, okay. But Brees Hall, man, he's such a good running back. It's annoying how good he is. And I think even if it's just 3, you got to make sure you get these points here. No turnovers if you're the Jets. And then, like I said, so you're getting the ball to start the second half. You want to make sure that you give yourself enough time to get another possession and another score. And even if it's field goal, you can be 14-9 and be right there. You know what I mean? You'd love to have, of course, one of those be a touchdown, but Dalvin Cook, man, you cannot bitch about your opportunities and then do that. God, flags just everywhere, man. For Ravens Seahawks, same questions that we ask about the Ravens every week. If Lamar Jackson is figuring it out in this new offense, they're deadly, dude. They are deadly. And then the Seahawks, man, I haven't believed in them all year. There they were at the top of their division. trip up and find themselves in a tie again with the Niners. But I don't know. I just don't believe that they're a good team. I shouldn't say that. I don't believe they're a great team. They're a good team. There's so many weapons, and if they could just get a quarterback in there. I know Geno Smith is, everybody loves the reclamation story, but that team is stacked for wide receiver weapons. And when do you hear them do anything? 3 points. They scored 3 points. I mean, come on. Zach Wilson with a little flip to Michael Carter. If he runs it, he probably picks up the first down. Yeah, like if you run that, Zach Wilson, you probably pick up that first down. Why did you flip it? Yeah, Troy's saying the same thing right now. All right. Well, listen, I think you got to feel good about that if you're the Jets. You got 5:57 left. If you can get a stop and then double dip, you're going game script is going the way that you want it to. If you're the Chargers, you have to have this drive thinking I might not touch the ball for another hour. You know what I mean? Like I have to convert points here to make sure I stay 2 full touchdowns up on the Jets. So even if they score a touchdown on their last possession of the half and a touchdown to come back, the best they have is a tie game. So, important drive for both teams here, of course. Right before the double dip. Live line, Jets plus 11.5 is minus 120. So I middled it with 13.5. Jets plus 500 on the money line if you want it. Be a good spot. If you believe in the Jets, it'd be a good spot to bet Jets money line here. All right, let's see. I just want to double check my bets. So I got Chargers minus 3.5 and Jets plus 13.5 for that 10-point middle. And I got them both at even money. How about that? Not normally something that you get. You normally got to give the Vegas a cut. If you're going to bet either Jets or Chargers with points, I'd probably wait on it, but that's just me. Oh my God, when does this freaking Country Music Awards happen? I don't need to see any more commercials for it. Wednesday, thank Christ. See, if you were watching my stream, you would have known that the Jets get the ball to start the second half 20 minutes ago. So, yeah. So, like I said, if you're the Chargers here, you're thinking to yourself, I have to make sure that I stay 2 full touchdowns up. So, if they do a double dip here, they aren't necessarily taking a lead. God, with the flags, man. No, now they're starting to complain about the flags too. Good. It's good to know it's not just me. Sometimes I feel like it's just me, but against the Jets, legal hands to the face. Yeah, that'll do it. Takes his helmet off. I do not like the way they run that toss. It's like a cutback toss. Like Eckler's looking to take it the other way. Like, bro, it's a toss play. Take it outside. Go off tackle. Yeah, it's like a counter toss. I do not like that play. It's the second time they've run that. They pull somebody. I think that was Everett that they pull back across the formation. And it's made to make the defender's eyes go, oh, it's going to go outside to the left or to the right, and then he cuts back to the left. Third and 12, and this game script is going the Jets' way here. This is exactly what you want. Get off the field, and now you're looking at a 4-minute drill for a double dip. You don't even have to run a 2-minute drill. You can run a 4-minute drill here. Crowd's into it now, too. All right. So 4:42. Six possessions, they punted 5 times. And you know, if they didn't have that punt return, it would not look pretty right now. I'll tell you that. And getting tackled in bounds here, not a bad thing. Like, normally on a 2-minute drill, you're like, those check down plays don't help you quite as much. Don't get tackled short of first down. If you're the Jets, you do not want to give the ball back to the Chargers. You want to score with no time left if you can. So let this thing tick down. Because even if you give it back to them, you're not gonna get another possession. So if they stop you, you're not gonna get another possession out of it. Third and 4. Good blitz pickup. There you go. First down for the Jets. And now you're working time. You know what I mean? Interesting. I don't know that you. I don't know why Wilson didn't run this ball here. So it's a screen, and he throws it at Bryce Hall's feet. But you stop the clock there then, and you have the blocking in front of you. It's you that's under duress. So if you continue to boot out and then run rather than throw it, you have blockers in front of you. Would have been interesting. And Aikman's saying the same thing right now. Run the ball, man. Trust your athletic ability. Trust your legs. Run a little bit. .234 and 3rd and 10. It's a huge third down. Oh. I feel bad for Buck trying to say that name. Tuli Tuipulotu. He just wins, man. Just beats his guy. So 2-minute warning. And this is a big opportunity for the Chargers here. The game script was going the Jets' way, and then you got to stop. Jets fans. All right, we'll take the commercial break with them on the 2-minute warning. Be right back. All right, welcome back. Let's do this thing after the 2-minute warning. What are you waiting for? They're like waiting for the clock to run down as if the actual clock is running, not just the play clock. What are you doing? All right, so 153 on the 15-yard line, but you got 3 timeouts. There's plenty of time here. Jets defense been eaten. $75 yards of offense. CJ Stroud makes the halftime show graphic. It was a hell of a game. We talked about it. Oh, watch that ball. All right, so you get sacked. You probably... Oh, did the Jets take a timeout here? I was going to say, you probably let the clock run if you're the Chargers. You got 3 timeouts just in case. Who took a timeout? Yeah, the Jets took a timeout. Yeah, smart. Smart play by Saleh. Can you still get your double dip in? Woof. All right, here we go. 3rd and 5. Picked it up. Oh, don't touch that. Oh, you all right? So there's those big jet heaters on the sideline, and they are super hot. They tell you to stay away from them. And that's what Keenan Allen rolled out of bounds into. And he like put his hand on it to stop it, and it must not be on because he was all right. But those heaters are dangerous, man. Oh, Whitehead almost with the pick. Yeah, he is hunting for that. Bad read by Herbert. Oh, was behind him. So 3rd and 10, minute 7. I'm still here. If I'm the Jets here, I'm still thinking about if they complete a pass short or run the ball here. I'm still thinking about taking a timeout and trying to get my double dip in. Troy Aikman advocating him being conservative. Jets get the stop. So 1 minute left. Can you get your double dip? I can't say it enough. It's so important in the NFL. I don't know that that's true. Ooh. Tough for you to let that one go if you're Gibson. All right, so how much do you trust Zach Wilson here? 2 timeouts in 47 seconds. Yeah, I mean, the Jets defense has made quarterbacks look very ordinary or even bad. They said Salah walked those. Oh, flag? And how about a taunting there, too? They said Salah walked those comments back. I don't know that I don't know that he's got it. I don't know that he has to. Nice play. Nice play by 36. Questionable if it's pass interference, but he was looking back at the ball, so he gets the benefit of the doubt, and I like that. Oh, almost a pick from Wilson. Why are you throwing that ball? That's a bad read. Oh, look out. And you got to take a timeout here if you're the Chargers. So 28 seconds now. They're going to have to punt from inside their own red zone. See if you get a good return. You already brought one back. See if you get a good return. You got 28 seconds, 2 timeouts. See if you can get another field goal out of it. Possession lasted 19 seconds. Yikes. Got the return set up. All right, let's see what he can do here. A little bit of room. Yep. Oh, he squirted through and just couldn't stay in bounds. So 17 seconds, 2 timeouts, and you're at what, the 50? You can get a field goal here. Good pass protection. Timeout. So 11 seconds. And you need probably 5 more yards, 5 to 10 more yards here. Yeah, and really zipped it in there. Herbert did great pass protection too, which they haven't mentioned yet. But timeout, and you got yourself in range for a field goal. Nice job. So you're at what, the 37, 47, 54 ish. $55. And they're going to make him think about it. Well, in a half that you've struggled and points have been hard to come by, great job there. Hit 2 passes and get yourself into field goal range. They're showing us how he's a psycho before the game. Good for him. He absolutely drilled that kick. All right. So 17-13 at the half. Jets blew a couple opportunities there to double up before the half. And that's the key, man. That's one of the big things in the NFL. Can you hit that double dip? There's no reason for you to defer if you're not going to try to hit that double dip. So, interesting. All right, take a break during halftime. Get yourself a snack. Get yourself a drink. Hit the bathroom, and then we will be back before the second half starts. We will see you guys for the second half of Monday Night Football. All right, second half. Let's go. (17-3) Jets, I think, really need to score on this first possession. They've missed a couple opportunities that they had to climb back into this game. And I do think the Chargers are the better team, but the Jets' defense is so good. The offense just has to do something. You know what I mean? I see, and so they open by saying, "Let's talk about this offense. There's not much to be happy with so far." Talking about the Jets, I don't agree with that. They had a couple good drives that ended in turnovers. Run, Zach. A little Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen type play there. I think Zach's got to not be afraid to use his legs, man. That one worked out, but there's been a couple opportunities he's had to just run and hasn't taken it. And this one works out. He gets a 30-yard gain, but there's been a couple times it hasn't. So, oh, what a move. Brees Hall had a free runner coming right at him and hits a little spin move and gets out of there. There it goes. Zach Wilson maybe getting a little confidence here. And out to CJ Uzama and another first down. And I think CJ Uzama is a little bit underrated. You know, when you play with Burrow, he's going to get a lot of the credit, of course, but I think he's a good tight end. Positive plays on first down, man. I think it's huge for this offense. Second and 5. It's a great position for this offense to be in. And it lets you lean on Brees Hall a little bit more. You can also take a shot. You're in a good spot in the field to take a shot at the end zone, too. All right, you're in field goal range here, so be smart. You cannot afford another turnover in their territory. Got to end up with points here, even if it's only 3. Trying to draw him offside. Oh, you can't take a sack. All right, so that's going to make it 3rd and 12, 13. Listen, when you're that close to the end zone, and I don't know why more coaches don't coach this, you can't get a grounding penalty throwing it through the back of the end zone. Throw it away. You have the arm strength to throw it through the uprights, even when you're under duress. Third and 15. Oh, and you turn the field goal from a 28-yard field goal to it's going to be a 50-yarder now. Two sacks on 2 plays. You better hope he doesn't miss this kick. What are you doing? .46-yard attempt. And he nails it. Good. I mean, that would have been a nightmare if you don't even get a field goal out of that. So, all right, 17-6. You're back down to 11 points. Not ideal, but you got to make sure you get points on all these drives. Just chip away. You know what I mean? All right. Let's see what we got. Last game we talked about was Seahawks, Ravens, Bears, Saints. Tyson Bagent, I thought, was going to pull that one out. Derek Carr, 25 of 34 for 211 yards and 2 touchdowns. Whew. He's just as mediocre as they come. It's kind of crazy, to be honest. Tyson Bagent, 18 of 30, 220 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. And that game, I was on Red Zone during that game, and so they popped into it every once in a while. But kind of felt like that was the story of the game was turnovers, and particularly from Tyson Bagent. You know what I mean? Where are fumbles? There they are. Yeah, Bagent with a fumble and 3 interceptions. DJ Moore with a fumble as well. But Bagent with a fumble and 3 interceptions. You've turned the ball over 4 times. It's going to be tough to win. The Bears are getting what they want right now, right? They want to lose out, be at the top of that board. In fact, let's look at the reverse standings right now. The Saints aren't a good team. I don't know how many times I got to fucking say it. They're just not a good team. And yet here they are on top of the division, 5-4. That division is just such trash that somebody's going to have to win it. Okay, let's see. Arizona is at the bottom at 1-8. Panthers 1-7. That is the Bears pick. So half game behind for the top pick there. And then Patriots, Bears, and Giants all 2-7. And that's likely to be your top 5. Because I think the Rams will get a couple more wins. I think the Titans will get a couple more wins. Broncos look like they're going to get a couple more wins. Tampa Bay, I think, is better than 3 wins. Los Angeles Chargers, I think, are better than 3 wins. And Green Bay is maybe the only one that slides into that top 5. But I think the 5 that you have there are probably your top 5 in the NFL draft. Because I think those are the worst teams in the league. 4 NFC teams. Lisa Salters being a pro's pro. Some weird jet noise in the background as she tries to deliver her report. Nice job by her. Got to get a stop here if you're the Jets defense. They've been great all night. Really just 10 points that they've given up, and even the field goal that they gave up really more of a result of a good punt return than anything else. Chargers hit 2 passes to get that field goal. So, nice job all night by the Jets defense. They got to get a stop here, though. Oh, dangerous. 3rd and 3, 4. Third and 3. Big play. And I know it's a broken record, but it's got to be. I know you're asking a lot of the Jets defense, but they're it, man. This Jet offense is not good, and so you just can't allow any breathing room. Dropped it. There you go. Eckler's got to make that catch. All right, well, you get a score and you get your stop. Can you go get another score? Even another field goal, and this game is going to feel like a game. Like you're going to be in a good spot if you can make it 17-9, wake up the crowd, feel like you have your defense feel like you're accomplishing something. All the work that they're doing, you're able to chip away and get back into it. Even just a field goal here, I think, is huge for the Jets. Huge. All right. Let's see. What's our next game to talk about here? Stuck on Tyson Bagent. Commanders, Patriots. Game was closer than I thought. I do not think the Patriots are a good team. They were favored in this game. And it was my easiest pick of the week, Commanders and the points. Even though, Commanders aren't a world beater. I know they traded away 2 of their best players, but sometimes you get teams to unite a little bit when you do that. But even without their 2 of their best players, I really think the Commanders are just a better team than the Patriots are. Patriots beating the Bills is just something I will never understand. They're total trash, and Bills got what they deserved that day. But Patriots with a win over the Jets and a win over the Bills, and that might be the only 2 they get all year, to be completely honest with you. That includes a late season game against the Broncos. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Mac Jones probably out at quarterback. Long term, of course, I'm talking. But 24-44 for 220, touchdown and an interception. And you probably let him play out the string, but you got to think they're going to be moving on next year. Sam Howell, 29-45 for 325, touchdown and an interception. I think he's played okay. I mean, I think he's played well enough that if you are the Commanders, even if you're considering taking a quarterback at one of those top picks, you probably, in my eyes, you say, hey, Sam Howell, we want you to start the beginning of next season and let this quarterback kind of ride the bench a little bit. Brian Robinson, 18 carries, 63 yards. Gibson's 6 for 34. Nothing major there. Ramondre Stevenson had that one real long run. 9 for 87 is what he ends up with, but I don't know, just an uninspiring game overall, I guess. All right. The Jets just take a freaking holding call. Brutal. Not an offense that can afford to take a holding penalty and keep a drive alive. Oh, nice throw. All right, so you're back in the drive here, second and manageable. Zach Wilson feels like he's finding a little bit of a rhythm. Oh. Zach Wilson seems like he's feeling himself a little bit. Jeez. This is the worst juke ever, and he still did Mac. 3rd and 5. Jeez. But you can't burn a timeout there, kids. Even if you got the timeout off, like you cannot burn a timeout there, man. Oh, all right. Rams, Packers. Rip just could not get it going. Brett Rippon, former backup quarterback for the Broncos. Always a guy you like to root for, but, I mean, he's no world beater at quarterback. You see how much Matt Stafford means to that team. They had no shot that whole game. And for most of it, they were down like 7-3. You know what I mean? And Rip just could not get anything going, man. Oh. Pass interference? Really? That's an interesting call to me. Let's see that again. Yeah, you got a pass interference call. He's looking back at the ball. He's got he's got a little hold of his jersey. It's not affecting anything. I don't know. That's tough. Lots of motion just to run the ball up the middle for a yard. Yeah, nice job by Joey Bosa on that play. Zach Wilson getting the ball out. Which, so I say it all the time. What most quarterbacks don't get in the NFL is time. Seeing defenses, figuring out what they're doing pre-snap. And the reason that's important is for exactly this. Can you get the ball out quick? Because you know what you're seeing. So you know where to look. Oof. 4th and 1. You got to go for this, don't you? Oh, nice cut. Breece Hall with a nice cut. Yeah, and Troy Aikman. They do enough up front. Yeah, fair assessment. Wasn't great. They do enough. Dalvin Cook just running right into the middle of that defense. Yeah, but Breece Hall. So they're talking about Dalvin Cook, and I don't know. I mean, he can complain as much as he wants. Breece Hall's been better. And is that because you miss camp? I don't know. Is that because Breece Hall's just better and you're getting older? I don't know. But at the beginning of the year, Breece Hall had limited touches too, and he was good. Third and 3. Can't take a negative play here. Oh, what did I just say? You can't take a negative play here. You've got to get a field goal on this drive. Yeah. Yeah, they're showing Zach Wilson throwing his head back in disdain. Now you got to pick up a couple yards. Oh, you cannot take a sack. Oh. You were in field goal range. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And you saw Saleh right afterwards be like, punt it. Like, unbelievable. From the 45. But it's 4th and 16. That might be one of the few times I punt from the other side of the 50. Damn. So Rams Packers. Yeah, I mean an uninspiring game for the Packers, but 3-5. Rams 3-6. And shows you how important Matt Stafford is that team. When they came here to Denver and played did like training camp practices, I was like, oh my God, there is nobody that I know on this team. There's Aaron Donald is your leader on the defensive side of the ball, and Matt Stafford is your leader on the offensive side of the ball. And the rest of them are just people you never heard of before. This is when Cooper Kupp was out, mind you. And I know Puka Nacua has made a name for himself and blah, 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 but just goes to show you how important Matt Stafford is as a leader to that team. 3 points. Whew. 20-3, Packers win. Brutal. All right. About 2 minutes left in the third quarter here. You punt that away if you're the Jets. I don't think the defense can let up any more points if you're the Jets. If you want to win this game, I think the defense has to shut them out in the second half, which is a huge ask. College basketball. State Farm Champions Classic. One thing I do love about college basketball is good teams not being afraid to play each other because they know they're still going to get in the tournament. You know what I mean? You take a loss in the beginning of the season, it's not a big deal. And I think with football going to a 12-team playoff, I think you'll start to get a little bit more of that in college football as well. So it's exciting. Oh, that's got to be a flag, doesn't it? Yeah, they're talking about the Williams brothers. Credit to Quincy. Like, he was just kind of an average linebacker and has really stepped his game up and played better. Great job by the Jets defense there. 3rd and 10, and I got to be honest, I think there should have been a holding call on first down there. So, but you'll take 3rd and 10. LA going quick. Picks up the first down. God, there's 2 defenders there. I really thought no way he was going to get to the sticks. CJ Mosley's got to close that ground a little bit quicker is what you're hoping for there. Oh, ball. Did he get that back? Shut up. How lucky was that? Show it from the other side. Nice pass rush and just Oh, right back into Herbert's hands. McDonald is the one that stripped it. Yeah, Aikman says that was the opportunity the Jets have been looking for. It's absolutely right. Third down. 10, 9. Third and 9. Well, you line it up so they said they can let the quarter expire if they wish. You line it up, you see if you get the perfect look, and run it if you get the perfect look. But all right, quarter break. We'll take it with them. Be back on the other side for the fourth quarter. Okay, welcome back in. Third and 9, first play of the fourth quarter. Herbert picks it up. Nice route. Oh. So interesting. So ball gets batted up, and Quincy Williams, and the receiver are both there. And Quincy decides to tackle the receiver, which is legal once it gets tipped. And that way you guarantee that he doesn't catch the ball. But I'm looking at it thinking to myself, Quincy, can you not make a play on that football? Yeah, Troy's saying the same thing. Put you in third and manageable. Little toss play. Did he catch that? Nice little quick throw. Yeah. Yeah, nice little quick throw from Herbert there. I thought he bobbled it, but he didn't. Dingleberry. What's good? Wow, that was crazy. Eckler still picking up positive yards. I think if you're the Jets, you can't let up another score here. You really got to batten down here because you're getting on the edge of field goal range. Waiting for me to clear Keenan Allen's name? Clear it how? He's a very good wide receiver. That's what we said yesterday. It's not shade. Saying somebody is one of the 10 best humans in the world at their job is not shade. Saying he's one of the 15 or 20 best humans in the world at his job, not shame. He's a good wide receiver, man. Very good wide receiver. He's not elite. Sorry. Dingleberry, you know it's true, man. You know it's true. You can be as mad about it as you want. You know it's true. Nice catch. At a kid. There's your guy, Allen. I like the fit. Thank you. Thank you. It's actually one of my most comfortable shirts I own. Great catch from Keenan Allen. Oh. Way to focus on that ball all the way through for Keenan Allen too. Would be better as Golden State Warriors? I don't think so. Got to get another negative play here if you're the Jets. Try to hold them to without a field goal. If you're the Chargers, third and 13, I think you got to talk about, hey, take a check down if it's there, because you got to pick up like 5 more yards to make this field goal more comfy. So if you don't feel like you've got something when you drop back, make sure you take the check down. Don't take a sack. And he escapes. And he gets the 5 yards himself. Nice job. And listen, you were in field goal range anyway, but that 5 yards makes a difference. Drilled it. All right, so you're back up by 14. And, of course, I middled it with 13.5 because that's my business. All right, 20-6. Interesting score, honestly. What's our next game to talk about here? Cardinals, Browns. The Cardinals' decision to trade Josh Dobbs needs to be investigated by the league. You were thinking they were doing that because they were going to activate Kyler Murray. No, it turns out they were doing that because they're tanking as hard as they can. So, Clayton Tune, was it? Poor guy. 0 points scored. And that defense is good. That Browns defense is good, don't get me wrong. But let's see what Watson did. Sean Watson back in. 19 of 30 for 219 yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean, all right. Nothing to write home about, but Jerome Ford, 20 carries for 44 yards. It's interesting that he's the lead back still. You would have thought by now Kareem Hunt would have overtaken him. Still 14 carries for Kareem, but interesting with Jerome Ford. Hunt been sniping TDs weekly, has he? Oh, yeah, he's got one. I don't know. I mean, you shouldn't just look at height and weight, but Jerome Ford only 5'10", 210. It's not the biggest back. But I don't really know his running style enough. Hunt's only 5'11", 216, so it's not like he's that much bigger. 1-2, 1-1, stealing TDs. It's a lot. Let's see how many he's got on the year. Yeah, 5 TDs on the season. That's interesting. $10,000 yards, elite. No, he's very good, man. Yeah, like you're not gonna listen. Frank Gore is like the second leading rusher in the NFL all time. Does that make him an elite running back? No. It's a hell of a catch for your 10,000th yard, though. Shooting missiles at my guy Frank. Yeah, bro. Again, another great running back. There was a time in his career that he floated around elite. That doesn't, just because you're around for a long time does not make you elite. He's 11 years in. Would you call Keenan Allen durable? Let's not. Please. Come on. Yeah. Like, come on. Let's see. Depth chart. Wide receiver. Keenan Allen. In his drafted in 2013. So in his 10th season. So 1,000 yards a year is what he's averaging. What about Frank? Listen, I love Frank Gore. I love the way he ran, man. Bills signed him for a couple years at the end. He wasn't the most effective, but I still love him. Pretty good considering he missed 5 of those years. Well. Also factors into if he's a lead or not, if he's on the field. Doesn't it? damn. This Jet offense just can't get out of its own way, man. Yeah, what are you doing? First and 18. Garrett Wilson talking a whole bunch of smack, and it's like, bro, I need you to focus up here. Does his arm even get hit? Oh, a little bit on the elbow. Third and 12 coming up. 3 offensive touchdowns over the last 4 games. What are you doing, Zach Wilson? And this is the best that the Chargers defense is going to be. Winfield, James, and then, when you're really looking at it, the strength of that defense is the pass rush. So give them a lead, make them, let them pin their ears back and know that they can rush the passer, and you're going to be in a good spot. And you end up with 4th and 27 when that happens. Hit his head hard there. I didn't see that. Oh! He muffed the ball, and there's an opportunity for the Jets. Saleh just looks like he doesn't want to be there so bad. It's amazing. And I like Saleh a lot, overall, but every time I hear him at press conferences, every time I see him on the field, he just looks like he doesn't want to be there. It's kind of funny. All right, let's see. What's our next game to talk about here? Vikings-Falcons. Vikings pull that one out, and I cannot say enough about Joshua Dobbs. I mean, the dude is incredible. 31 points. He put up 31. That's so impressive. He Tuesday. He probably got there on Wednesday, to be honest. He got traded there on Tuesday. Probably got there on Wednesday. Incredible. Puts up 31 points and gets a win. I don't care who it's against. I don't care who it's against. And when we were talking about him on the pregame show, we mentioned, I think he's actually a rocket scientist or a doctor. I should find that out because I keep referencing it. But, I mean, he's super smart. But just super impressive. And he deserves all the flowers he's getting, man. For the Falcons, they were game. They put up a good fight. Probably would have liked to see, I keep calling him Max Hall, and that is not his name. Hall from BYU stay in there. But ruled out with a concussion, and it probably cost them the game. Now the Vikings 5-4 with Josh Dobbs at the helm, very much in a playoff spot. Let's look and see where they are in the standings. They're 5-4 after starting 1-4, which is impressive in and of itself. Yeah, they're in the playoffs right now. They are the 7 seed at 5-4. And the two teams that have 4 wins behind them already have a 5th loss. It's not a 4-4 team that's behind them. It's the Commanders at 4-5 and the Falcons, who they just beat at 4-5. So Minnesota, I mean, Josh Dobbs was game. He was balling in Arizona with a team that was tanking. And I thought he deserved a lot of credit for that. Now it comes in with a team that feels like they still have a shot, and can Josh Dobbs get them to the playoffs? God, could you imagine Josh Dobbs gets them to the playoffs and goes on a run? You know? Like, that'd be incredible. I'd be rooting for him so hard. I can't even tell you. So, props to him. And you imagine that team's going to get better because Justin Jefferson's coming back at some point with all these wins they've been getting. New Orleans next week, Denver, Chicago, Las Vegas. I mean, they can get right here. You don't have to have Kirk Cousins to beat those teams. You know what I mean? Make a little run and get back into the playoff race. Very cool. Second best story of the week. Probably my best story of the week, but CJ Stroud is CJ Stroud, so. Got to get off the field here if you're the Jets. And if you hadn't have burned that timeout on offense, you could take one here and leave yourself with 2 in the 2-minute warning if you decide to kick the ball back to somebody, to the Chargers. But because you only have 2 left and you need to hold on to them, you just got to let 40 seconds tick off the clock here. Need a good return here if you're the Jets. And you won't get it. Well, you gotta go, and it's gotta be a touchdown. I mean, there ain't no two ways about it. So, but this is when Zach Wilson's been at his best, to be fair. You know, like I said though, that Charger defense, the strength of it is wow, that's weird. The strength of that Charger defense is the pass rush. So wow, what a weird horror movie. A Thanksgiving horror movie? Okay. All right. All right, what's our last game to talk about? Of course, Dolphins and Chiefs. I don't think the game was too far off from what it would have been if it was here in the States. After all that complaining about it, you watch much of Chase Young over the years. Yeah, I mean, I watched a little bit of him, especially his rookie year. Yeah, he's a physical animal. Like, dude's a beast. He's got Keenan Allen issues. He needs to stay on the field, bro. But, I mean, he can be physically dominant over NFL players, which is an impressive feat. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Okay, where were we at? Oh, Dolphins, Chiefs. I don't think that game played out too much differently than it would have if it was here in the States. 21 points for the Chiefs. They got to figure something out on offense, man. Broncos held them down. Let's see their last 4-point totals. Last 4-point totals. Granted, 3-1, but 19, 31, 9, and 21. Like, you feel like they have to come up with something. All right, Jets back on offense here. Four minutes and 20 seconds. You got to move quick here. Just need to make sure you don't burn any timeouts. But you do have to move fast. Get the first down, Garrett. What are you doing? He had the first down if he just lunged forward and instead tries to make a cut and ends up short. Put your head down and get the first down. You're ahead of me, Dingleberry, so I don't know what you saw. Someone's life end? What's going on here? And I was being facetious. Don't actually show me that. That's a fumble. Touchdown. That'll make it harder for me to cover. Looked like a fumble. And what's the flag? Hands to the face. Still gets there. Absolutely a fumble. Nice job by Mac. Yeah. 1 yard line really is closer to where he is, but foot just went out of. If his foot doesn't slip there, he's in. Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack has been working over Billy Turner, is the sentence he wrote. He said. Billy Turner talked a whole bunch of shit. And you probably are better off just letting him score there and saving time. Well, so much for my backdoor cover, huh? Tried to middle it. I'll get the Chargers minus 3.5 that I bet originally. But I tried to middle it, and it's going to break me even. I did plus 13.5. So the only way I get in here is if the Jets score a touchdown and go for two. If they score a touchdown and go for two to try to do what the Bills did the other night, where you make it so you just need a extra point if you happen to get 3 touchdowns in 3 minutes. So I'll break even tonight. Chargers minus 3.5. Will hit, and then I'll lose my Jets plus 13.5. I wonder what you can get right now. $20.5 plus 250 though. $20.5 plus 250 plus 300. 255. Get you $10. Do you think the Jets score again? It's got to be a touchdown is the problem. If a field goal was in play, I'd feel good about it, but it's got to be a touchdown. Do you have any money on it, Dingleberry? I always forget. Aren't you in Idaho and you can't bet? Isn't that what your deal is? Or is that somebody else? Jets won 3 in a row. Get out. Whew. Well, listen, this defense is designed to rush the passer. And as soon as you get up and you stay up, you take them out of the run game. They just have to throw the ball. It's going to be tough. Wow, they have all their pass rushers out. Oh, God. Could have been a whole lot worse, too, but. Wilson, I don't know. Yeah, offense took a bunch of penalties for the Jets today, and it put them behind the sticks, and this is not an offense that can beat behind the sticks, you know what I mean? Well, they picked up the first down. Backdoor cover's still live. Come on, give me an 8. I need 8 from you. Just taking check downs, which, I mean, is normally something that I am a proponent of in 2-minute drives because that's what they're giving you. But you got to take a couple chunks here, homie. Robert Sala, just his face, man. Yikes. Flag comes down to stop the clock before the 2-minute warning. Automatic first down. Oh, and that'll take you to the 2-minute warning there. I'll take it with him. Be right back. All right, we're back. Backdoor cover still live. Jets scoring 3 touchdowns in 2 minutes. I'd be for it. Come on, give me a backdoor cover here. Give me 8. They're going to score a touchdown and kick an extra point, and I'm going to be pissed. Oof. Fourth and 5, they can end it here. Down inside the 10. The backdoor cover's live. Come on. Let me hit this middle. Give me 8. Come on, it's fun. This is why gambling is good. This is fun. First and goal at the 9. 55 seconds. Oh, you rolled the clock. Yeah, you got to burn a timeout there. Thank goodness we had time for this Old Navy commercial. All right, let's not wait too long here, fellas. Touched. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, you're killing me, Smalls. Oh. Catch the football, homie. Almost got it off his foot. Come on, give me 8. Come on, give me 8. Lined up offside. They're going to get another shot at this because homie is lined up offside. Oh, of course, he stops him at the 1. Oh, my God. Oh, that's so embarrassing. So safety, and then Hail Mary, and I cover. Because this is at the goal line. They've got to go forward. They can't take a knee. We're still live, guys. It's not dead yet. My middle's still alive. They can't take a knee. A little tush push knee. Interesting. All right. I'll take breaking even. That's fine. That's fine for tonight. We will be back for Thursday night football, of course. Let's see what Thursday night football is going to be. I don't even know. Carolina at Chicago. Woof. Whew. I don't even know. I'm sitting here like maybe I won't. Maybe I won't be back for Thursday night football. Carolina at Chicago. Gross. All right, well, maybe we'll be back for that. Who knows? Of course, we will do our Sunday NFL pregame show. Sterls is a big fat TBA. We'll see if he's here. But chances are I am going to either get somebody else to sit in or just do it myself. So Sunday we will have the pregame show, and then we'll see if we can get a college matchup on too. I need to buy a car, and I've been doing that on Saturday. That's why I wasn't here last week. So big fat maybe, which I know is what you guys love to hear. Dingleberry, love having you. Love talking smack with you a little bit, especially when you have bad takes about Keenan Allen and Frank Gore. You know what I mean? It's good for everybody. Good for everyone. All right. We'll rate out, even though I only got a couple people in here. Rate out and see where we get. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. I always am happy to listen to your Keenan Allen slander. All right. Peace, y'all. Appreciate you. We'll talk to you soon.